Welcome back, guys. Bit of a different one today. I'm not doing a full-on video showing you around the garden, what's going on, all that kind of stuff. There's three reasons for that. First one is nobody's bloody watching them. I've got my regulars that watch my videos every week and always comment, and I thank you all for that. You know, it's greatly appreciated, but I don't seem to be getting any views. So I thought today I'd just do a relaxing one, sitting on the decking, under the Foster's brolly. And if you've been with me from the start, you'll know where this Foster's brolly used to be, where all the raised beds are, to be honest. So I'm just going to sit here today and basically give you a rundown of what's growing, what's doing well, what's not. And I've just took a load of stills and I've just put the stills up and show you and tell you all about it. So I've wrote out a little crib sheet here, but it's just a notepad really. But I have my beer of choice as well. See what I did there? Covered it up. Other brands are available. So I'm just going to give you a rundown of everything that's going on, what's growing, what I might grow again, what I might not grow again. So first up is the tomatoes. Now I'm growing a few different types of tomatoes this year. I've got none in the raised beds though. I've decided to not grow any tomatoes outdoors in the raised beds, simply because we don't eat them. It's just we just don't eat enough tomatoes. So what I am growing is I've got some Rapunzel tomatoes in the greenhouse. These are nice tomatoes. I've had a couple of pickings and I'm trying them. They're really nice tomatoes, but they're not quite as how they look on the packet. The packet is probably grown in controlled conditions and they've took the photo somewhere in a polytunnel in Spain or wherever they come from, I don't know. They are nice tomatoes, but the truss is they seem to develop at different times, and you get in 6 tomatoes and then another 6 tomatoes that are green. So it's 6 red ones and 6 sort of green ones, which is fine. Tomatoes ripen at different times, but will I grow them again? Probably yes, but not next year. I've got some different options for next year. So I've obviously got the red profusion in the baskets. They're doing really well. They're just starting to crop now. I'm quite impressed with them. I haven't got any in the greenhouse. They're all in baskets outside, and they're looking quite good. And yeah, I'm quite impressed with those. Lots of fruit on them, good size. So we'll definitely be growing them again next year, I think, along with, should I say, some other ones. So that's basically all on the tomatoes. I've got a couple of bits and bobs dotted about, but nothing to shout about, to be honest. Let's go into the. This is really hard to read this because I've got my sunglasses on and not my reading glasses. Onions. So onions are doing okay. I've obviously got all the onions that I took out the snowballs a couple of weeks ago. If you saw that video, they're fine. They're drying. In fact, they're dried out. They were dry when I took them out because I didn't water them for 2 weeks. But they've all come out and we're eating them. They'll store well. They're lovely onions, to be honest. I thought they were quite a mild variety, but they're not as mild as I thought they'd be. They're actually quite potent. The missus cut one up the other day and come out saying, "Are these really supposed to be mild?" And she's pouring her tears. So they're not as mild as they're supposed to be, but really nice onion. I'll grow them again next year, and they were from sets, obviously. With the big onions, the Alcy and the John Athertons, they're doing okay. I've stuck some in a bed because I've got nowhere to put them. So I've stuck some in a bed, and I've got some in halos. Doing all right. Sown at different times. So I've got some in the bed that are sown in December, some in February, some in October, and it's quite a weird story because the ones that I've sown in December seem to be doing nearly just as well as the ones I've sown in October. So they do catch up, but the difference being the ones in halos are massive compared to the ones in the soil in the raised bed. So I don't know what's going on there. Perhaps because I'm watering the roots at the bottom of the halo and not the soil. I don't know, but they're definitely doing better in halos. So if you're doing the giant onions, guys, there's something to think about next year. Try growing them in halos. I mean, I've got 1 or 2 that are actually going to hit the side of the halo, so that could cause a problem, but there's not many weeks to go, so hopefully, well, I'm hoping they do hit the side, obviously, but we'll see how they get on. But yeah, the onions are doing quite well. Carrots, the carrot box is doing okay, nowhere near as good as last year. I've got 2 carrot boxes, as you know. They're okay, but again, I've got ants in all my planters and all my carrot boxes. Well, all 2 carrot boxes. And I'm sure the ants knock them back because they lay the eggs right on the top where the shoots are coming out of the carrot. And I mean, I just leave them to it, but I'm sure they knock them back because last year I had the same problem, and the carrots were nowhere near as big as the year before. So they're doing okay. The long carrot I was trying to grow for Malvern. I only put 1 in because I just didn't have anywhere to put them. That was from Elaine at Lockman Joy. That's gone to seed, bless it. It's gone to seed. So that's going to be a wipeout. But what I'm going to do is put an organza bag on the top of it and collect the seed from it, hopefully. So yeah, carrots, all in all, they're okay. They've not all gone to seed. They're growing, but nowhere near as good as last year. I don't think this heat helps, guys, to be honest. Cucumbers. Well, the mini munch are doing fabulous in the greenhouse. I've got the Beth Alphas as well. The Beth Alphas is it's a better looking plant, but it's not cropping nowhere near as much as the mini munch. The mini munch is covered in fruit. I'm taking 2 or 3 off every day, and I think on this plant in the greenhouse there's probably about 15 cucumbers at the minute, going strong, and no spider mite in there. So watch my spider mite video because it's working for me, guys. I've got some mini munch outside as well, and because it's been hot, they're doing really well. So yeah, cucumbers doing well. Really happy this year. The wall planter, just off the veg subject, if you remember, that was dead when I came back from holiday. Managed to bring it back. The only thing I've taken out is the marigold, but everything else managed to bring back. So really pleased with that. Not much else to say about that. Schizanthus. Now this is one flower that I have never even heard of. I watch a channel which I've mentioned a few times in my videos, Cotto Verde, and that grew some of these from seed, and I thought I'd try it, and they're the most amazing little flowers, and they just keep flowering. They kind of self-clean themselves, they'll drop off when they're done. They're really, really amazing looking flowers. I'm definitely going to grow some of them next year. The coleus have done well, grow these from seed. I haven't grown them for a few years, but I grew them from seed, and they're looking really good. I mean, what more can you say about coleus? I mean, I don't grow them for the flowers, I take the flowers off, but they're just looking fantastic, so they're doing okay. What we've got here, I can't read that, Cosmos. Cosmos, one of my favourites, as you know. I've got all kinds of cosmos all around the garden, and it just looks delightful, and the bees love it. I can't really rate the stuff enough. If you want to attract pollinators to your garden, cosmos is the way to go. My favourite this year has got to be the orange, the Cosmos Tango. It's just delightful. It's about 1.2 metres tall, and it waves around in the wind. It's like being in a cottage garden, but this is urban on concrete, and it's just beautiful stuff. So that's the Cosmos. Dahlias. Now we've got a lot of dahlias in, but a lot of them not flowering yet. They're all starting to bud, not flowering. I've got one flowering, which is the one I grew from seed, which is a black forest. I've got 2 of those in, and they're both starting to flower, and they're delightful. So I'd urge you to try some dahlias from seed because they do look really nice. All the other dahlias not flowering yet, so there's going to be a special coming up when they're all in flower because I've got some really nice ones. So yeah, they've done okay. I've got some watermelons. Now I put these in really late, and they're sugar baby ones. I didn't know where to put them, so I've stuck them in a 30-litre bucket 2 weeks ago, and they've gone absolutely crazy. I've got 2 little melons on one of them, and loads of flowers. So it is late. I don't know if they'll develop, but they are quick developing watermelon. So 8 to 10 weeks, as long as it stays warm, I'm quite hopeful that we might get something. But next year I need to start them a bit early, I think. So yeah, watermelons, beans, poor this year, very poor. I don't know if you guys are having the same problem. It's just been really hot, and they really don't like the heat. They've stayed yellow all year. All the leaves are yellow. I am getting crops, but nowhere near as what they should be. And these are Cobra French beans I've got in the bed. They normally crop really well. This year they're really struggling, and I literally just think it's the heat. So I've got some of the French beans in pots, dwarf ones, Compass and Faraday. They're cropping okay, but they're pretty much in the shade in a pot by the garage. So we're getting some off them as well. So beans, not great this year, unfortunately. I've got a sweet corn going. I stuck 6 plants in the bed where I took something out. What did I take out? Probably broccoli. Stuck 6 plants in there. They've all got pollen tassels, and they've all got 2 cobs on every stalk. I have took the pups off because you get side shoots coming out the bottom of your sweet corn. I've took them off because they're just not going to develop the same size as the ones on your main stalk, and they're just going to take energy away from them ones. So I've taken them off. They're not supposed to be big cobs. They're I think they're called moonshine, so they're not very big cobs, but they look okay. So I'm quite pleased with those. What else have we got? The sprouts. Pleased with the sprouts this year. They're under the net. I've kept them under the net, and they've all got buttons on, doing really well. Last year, if you remember, I took the net off and they got annihilated by caterpillars and flea beetle. So really pleased this year with the Brussels. They're doing okay. Got buttons on, probably pea size at the minute. So a couple of months, might be able to some Brussels. First time ever for me. So happy with that. Potatoes. Got a lot of spuds going. Probably 12, 13 buckets. I've got the SSPCs for Steve Digwell. I've got some saved condors from last year, which was from the SSPC. I've got some Manitous going. I've got, what else have I got going? No, I think that's about it, to be honest. Got Manitous, condors, and obviously the SSPC, which we don't know what it is. They've all flopped over, but they're still all green. They've all flowered. I've took the flowers off, and they're holding their own, so they're not dying back yet. So there's a few weeks in those yet, hopefully. But yeah, the spuds are looking good. I've had a little fertile in 1 or 2. Got a few spuds in there, which is good. And the one I'm trying to grow a big condor for Malvern. Might have one, might not. I don't know. I'm obviously not going to get a massive potato like these guys win prizes, but I'd like to get one that's a half decent size for Malvern, which would be nice just to put something on the bench. But we've got some of them going as well, so there's going to be quite a few potato reveals in the coming weeks, I think, because there's a lot of buckets. I think I've got 7 for the SSPC. I think it was 5 from the original potato. 1 I split and 1 was a cutting, so we'll see how they go. And obviously the Nicotiana, last thing of the day, lovely stuff. Most of it's self-seeded, beautiful scent in the evening, and I can't rate the stuff enough. It's so easy to sow, it's so easy to get seeds from, and it's just fantastic stuff to have evening scent. I have it all around the garden, and I've had the foxgloves as well, which are lovely early in the season. I've took seeds from them today and cut them back, so that is pretty much it. I've probably forgotten something. I mean, I've got an apple tree there with some apples on. I just forgot about that. I've probably forgot something. But all in all, it's not been bad considering the heat wave. 1 or 2 things disappointing. Beans and the carrots not doing as well as they should be. But all in all, I'm quite pleased, guys. So that's all I'm going to do for this one, is just a rundown of what's going on and how things are going. I just can't be bothered to do a video and show you around today because, well, like I said, not many people are watching them. I don't know if that's the algorithm been changed or something. I don't know, guys, but there's not a lot to show you anyway because from 1 week to the next it's just stuff growing and harvesting. So there'll be a bit of harvesting coming up. I'm looking at doing 2 shows this year. I'm hoping to show in, say, local. It's a few miles away. I'm going to do a show in late August, and hopefully I'm going to be at Malvern. Hopefully I'll get something for the bench at Malvern, but if I'm not showing on the bench, I will be there without a doubt, and obviously like to meet up with some of you guys and have a chinwag about how your season's been, and perhaps have a beer or a cup of tea if it's not your thing. I know there's a few out there that would like a share of beer, And I hope you found this okay anyway, guys. Just a bit of a boring one, just enjoying the sun today. And I will see you pretty soon.